Various Thoughts Volume 17. What's good, everybody? Ready for NCAA college basketball's men's tournament. Road to Final Four in Detroit. Get your brackets out. Let me know your Final Four picks. I'll tell you about mine a little bit later. And the national champion as well. I only had one huge problem with the tournament. Was the selected committee decided to just get fat happy and select 7 teams from the Big Ten to get into the tournament. Now, I don't mind Michigan because their wins were very, very significant due to the fact that they beat Duke, which is ultimately surprise. But the rest of the Big Ten, now Michigan State, no problem, and Minnesota, but come on now. They should have had at least about 4 or 5 teams in the tournament, not 7, with Big East and the ACC. That is just pathetic to a fault. Those teams from the Big Ten better get to at least Sweet 16. Otherwise, I'm going to sit back and laugh every last one of the selection committee members and say, what were you thinking? What kind of prescription drugs were you taking? So, that's all I got. This will be a SA-17's review volume 6, a quick one. Mercenaries 2 World in Flames for the Xbox 360. I beat the game last Saturday. Took me 2 weeks to do so. Now the story is the same. The length of the gameplay is very long. It's tons of things you can do in that game. I mean, you can blow up buildings, take out, bad guys who are in the organization, like Universal Petroleum. They look like they're in that organization, but they're nothing more than mercenaries. They're the bad guys, so it's your job to either knock them out or just kill them. And you collect spare parts to customize your vehicles, such as the Panzer Cycle and the Urban Commando. And I really love the Urban Commando vehicle. It is sweet, just sweet vehicle. 3 main characters return. You can play either one of the 3. I chose Chris Jacobs because of more ammo. That's one of his special abilities. 2 more. One runs faster. One heals a lot quicker. So you didn't have that in the last gen version. I mean, it's a sandbox game, man. It's a playground. What more do you want? Now, the cons, just respawning enemies left and right to the point where I couldn't even complete the mission. There's this one mission, what was it? You have to protect the church after you blow up a bunch of tanks. Now that mission was really, really tough because the enemies kept respawning left and right. You would think that they would stop, but they wouldn't. Your job was just to, throw C4s, blow up, get on the grenade launcher, blow up tanks. You have to even leave your position to take out the tanks and hijack them and use the enemy tanks against them. So I didn't have a problem with that. Not at all. The graphics is beautiful, but the glitches, oh wow, it was so bad. It's not a joke. And what else? That's all I can say. But this game will make this game, you will fall in love with this game, or you'll just basically hate this game. So it's just average. So I give it a 6.5 out of 10. That's my final score on that game. Now on Dead Space article that I found on GamePolitics.com, that it was released like 6 months ago. I read it about it. It was banned in Australia, China, Germany, and surprise, Japan. Now Australia, that's surprising, but hey, that's them. China, Germany, please. That's not even a question. They'll ban any M-rated game right on the spot. If they even sense an M-rated game coming their way, that's an automatic ban. Now Japan is really a mystery and perplexing to a fault. I'm looking at them banning Dead Space. I'm like, okay, they got Resident Evil. In anime, there's like more than 52 gallons of blood being spilled every day on every show. Dismemberment, death, blood, gore, whatever you want to call it. And you're telling me Dead Space is being banned by that country? That's something I really don't understand. So, hey, it's them. They should do whatever the hell they want. Now, on the movie I watched a few weeks ago, it's a Diary of a Tired Black Man. I think it's a very underrated film of 2009. I mean, to me, it's more of a society relationship issue than just a black or white issue. Even though it was, the main focus was the black issue. You know, there's a lot of things I like about that film. It tells about a black man just completely fed up with his black wife, just treating them like trash, even though they had a daughter. I mean, just, and taking people off the streets and answering some questions, normal people. But that's my major cons of that film, for the fact that some were intelligent, and most of them were either ignorant or just morons. And both of those guys kept using the N-word. I'm like, can we please stop using the N-word every 5 seconds? I'm talking about us black people. I don't say it, but I just wish we stop. It drives me up the walls when we have to hear the N-word like every single day. So, and there was this 3-minute clip that was being played around the world and through YouTube and everything, where 4 black women were basically dogging out a black man because he was dating a white woman. You know, the former wife was really pissed off at her former husband when the former husband was trying to pick up his daughter. So I just don't understand why he would be. I just didn't understand why she would be all angry at him for ex-husband dating women outside of his race. So I just didn't understand it at all. Now, 2 more things before I go. Resident Evil 5 is out. I'm not a survival horror genre fan, but I did play BioShock, and it's really good. So, but I really want to get my hands on Resident Evil 5 just to see how, quote unquote, racist it really is. I need to make a racism rant part 2, because I make 2-3 more points. And the Chris Brown Rhianna saga, oh God, I am so sick of news media just continue to just doing some stupid spit, man. I mean, it's like they got nothing better things to do. They just they're so bored, they'll just throw any news out there, including, what was it, Meghan McCain calling out Laura Ingraham and everything. I mean, I don't care. Now, Chris Brown and Rhianna, who cares? Well, I don't care. I'm not condoning violence any way, shape, or form. But we shouldn't care about them. I mean, the world, I mean, it doesn't involve them, man. The world doesn't revolve around them. That's all I'm saying. I mean, Oprah and the rest of the gang should just stay out of their business. That's all I'm going to say about that. Comment if you wish. Subscribe. Won't beg for you to do it. And with that, I am out.